This weather sucks. Usually we have beautiful summers here. It just hasn't hit for us yet. When it hits, we'll have weeks, months at a time where it's 85 and sunny every day. And the UV is super intense because we're a mile high. Kind of like when you go skiing and it's sunny, it's really easy to get sunburn. It's like that, but even more. Anyways, so this is my Colorado collection. If you are just new to this channel, you should go check out the part 1, 2, and 3 of my Southern California collection. It's a much bigger collection and has some of the hottest clones, all the favorites. Pretty much I sent all my best stuff down there, besides a few things, which I will show you. So yeah, let's get right through it. This one will be going down to Cali. I just rooted it. You can tell it's got a little bit of new growth, which also indicates that it's started rooting. It has started rooting. I pulled it up and checked it. This is a BBG, Berkeley Botanical Gardens 48.1540. One of the bluest and sexiest Perus around. Got it from the boy David Gonzalez. So yeah, this will go down to Palm Springs next to Sharks and Bart and Rose, whatever. Beautiful plant. Great one to start out with. Next we have a hybrid from Cow Cactus of Landfill and Fattest. Fattest is one of his, well, you can imagine, fat, spineless pachynoids. So it's a Landfill cross, and it looks really nice. This was all grown under LEDs. It was a seedling last year, a little seedling, and then I grafted onto a fat PC, and you can tell it's grown a lot, but it really hasn't gotten any real sunshine yet. I expect by the end of the season this is going to be twice as fat on the new growth and probably another foot taller. So yeah, Landfill times Fattest from Richard Hip or Cow Cactus on Facebook. Over here we got Annie and Bert. You're going to notice I have a lot more berries up here. I have all my berries up here because California, the sun is just too intense for that yellow. This is a beautiful Annie and Bert that I got from Trichocereus, Jeremy Mercado. It's got a couple pups on it. You can tell it's on a big PC graft. What I like about these pups are they have both green and yellow mix, so they should survive the summer. This clone, you can get some bananas that are just too yellow and they don't grow, unless it's like total shade. But yeah, this green in there should work well this summer. Here we have another berry that almost no one in America has. I traded Andrea Rossi, a prolific collector from Europe. He specializes in berries, and this one is called Vlad number 2. And it just has this one side varied. It looks like the new growth. Sorry about that, boys. It's raining out, so my lens might have more trouble focusing. A little bit of new growth on the new growth. Damn, that is not looking good, so let me just get you out of there. This is tripled in size. Again, I got it grafted onto a big old PC. It'll be interesting to see how this grows out. Next to that, we have a King Henry. Got this from Mr. Sole in Florida. It's just rooted itself and also just showing some new growth and some sunburn. But yeah, this is going to grow out. I expect it to at least double in size this summer. Here, another interesting hybrid, Brian's Blue Sky JS444 times Ogan. You can see it's grafted to a fat PC because this is some nice genetics. Not too many mature examples of this plant yet, so I want to be one of the first to have it. Here we got some graft stock, just a plain old PC that I'll graft something onto. trying to fatten it up right now. It wasn't rooted when I got it. It's just now rooting. So once it gets nice and fat, I'll find something sick to graft onto it. Here we have a Dawson's #1. If you look at my California video, you'll see I have a gorgeous Dawson's #1 tip that's grafted to a fat Spacianus. This is from that same tip. I cut 2 pucks off the bottom, traded one, and kept one up here. Once this pups, I'll probably sell it or trade it. Here we have a jeans tip. Again, if you've seen the other video, you'll notice I have jeans in Palm Springs as well. This was the attenuated tip from that clone, and I expect once it starts getting some real sunshine, the new growth is going to get fatter and it's going to work out nice. Again, grafted to a big old fat PC. Here we have my pride and joy, the mother plant of my Very. I call it Very Matakana eBay. I bought it on eBay as just Very Matakana. The seller had no other information than that. Based on what the plant was when I bought it, it appears it was a graft isolate. The graft itself was teeny, like a 1/2 inch, and it had just a little bit of Very on the slab. And sure enough, the pup that was a little isolated graft came out nice and varied, nice and marbled. So I ended up paying $150 for this teeny little pup on this isolated slab graft. The graft was about this big, teeny little slab with one of the areoles showing some berry. And yeah, paid $150 for that, and it was one of my best purchases because this is a really unique Very. And by Very, I mean variegated. The spines are going to get really long this summer. Again, this has been under LEDs. It grows much different under LEDs than real sunshine. By the end of the summer, I expect this to be, again, the new growth is going to be almost twice as fat, or as fat as it is down here. And the spines are going to be gnarly because it is a Matakana Pruvianus. You can already see they're starting to get big. This is one of my favorite plants. I'll give you a quick turnaround of it. So dope. Look at that. I like this one because it has a lot of green on it. It's one of the reasons I've decided it's a mother plant, because I'll be able to root it and plant it down in SoCal in a real shady area. So that's the plan with that. Next to that, we have an Ogun. Again, a lot of this stuff is just propagation. Big old Ogun slab on Spacianus. I'll propagate it and trade it and sell it. We got another Very that I was gifted recently from the homie Bart. It's like a PC times Cal Valley. Here we got a Kimnach tip, OG Kimnach tip. So the OG clone, not a hybrid, grafted to a nice PC. I just replanted this one, showing a little bit of new growth. Here's one of the ones I said not all my best plants are in SoCal. This is the Dr. Funk, and look at that. When I bought this plant, it was about this big, and it was a tip with no crest whatsoever. I grafted the tip on here. It grew obviously to about here, and then started going funky on me, and ever since then it's kept the crest. So it's really cool how it's regular growth and then crested. I've seen a lot of these where it's just the crest. Not as cool in my opinion. And now you can see it did a little bit more of regular growth, and it's cresting again up here. So this is a super cool plant. Hard to put a price tag on it. I would say at least $400. I could get minimum up to almost $800, just because you're not going to see this available. So the right person would probably pay $1,000. Over here is another one. This is that same hybrid as my mother plant over here that I'm just propagating, so that I'll have a bunch of them by the end of the season. The Very Modicana Peruvianus. You'll see it's half like neon and then half green, which again makes it cool because the green side can be facing the sun. But just a gorgeous plant, and those spines again are gonna get nice and gnarly. Here we got the Tunjo times Sharks Neon, the clone Neon. Got this from David Gonzalez. It was about this big. Put it under LEDs. It did all right, and it's doing really good under the sun right now, even though we haven't been getting any sun. Here we have a Bart times Dawson's #1. This is going to be a clone, I think. This is going to be like on Althea level if I grow it correctly, because the spines are so small. It's such a cool shape, and it is incredibly blue. So Bart times Dawson's #1. One of Gus seeds, I believe, or one of those Australian guys' seeds. Super sick. This is a Len clone. Again, not all my best stuff is in Cali. This will be going to Cali along with that BBG. So I'll have all my expensive Perus down in Cali. Yeah, this is a Len clone. Landfill right here. Again, just propagating. I don't have any other landfill than this right now, so hoping to get something I can send down to Cali to add to the collection. Another Kimnatch clone. Hoping to get, I'll probably trade or sell this pup. Again, just a propagation, big old pup graft onto a PC. This is a JNG, Josh Norsworthy Death Falls OP. So it's a Death Falls pachynoid that was open pollinated. The JNG 63 has to do with the region, and that 63 region has a lot of blue Peruvianus. So this is almost certainly a Death Falls pachynoid that was wild pollinated by a blue Peruvianus. So pretty cool plant. Let's see. This is another one of those variegated Modicanas that I call my plant, the eBay. And this one is a really cool marbling effect. Just to show you, and look at those notches. All of them have this. Every single pup has these crazy notches. And this one just has super cool marbling. So this isn't the mother plant, but it's probably the second mother plant. It's definitely one that I'll be keeping. Super nice. Next to that we have an OTB Bridgesy with 3 pups. Again, I'll grow this out this summer and send it down to be part of my Bridgesy collection in SoCal. I got quite the clone collection going, and OTB is a classic, so with 3 pups this will be nice to get down to SoCal. This is another variegated Modicana, same as this one, same as this one, same as that one. So yeah, I've been propagating this a lot. It's got 3 pups. Here's a really cool one. It's an Caro DNA seed that is pretty unique in my opinion. I call it a Caro Blue Balls. Yeah, really excited to see how this one grows out. This is again that Modicana Peruviana, same as that one, same as that one. So yeah. Here's a different variegated. This is a Star Ayachucu pachynoid variegated that I got from David Gonzalez. Pretty cool. This is a SSO2 times SSO1. What else? It's starting to rain, so I'm going to try to hurry. This is a Tom's Jewels Giant from Sacred Succulents. So a legit Tom's Jewels Giant pachynoid. Look at those fatty ribs. And a nice big old pup. That's one of my favorites. Quickly come over here, we got Volta. Just now starting to root. We got a Scope back there from GB. We got a Yellow Submarine, aka Mallorca pachynoid. Very originally from Malix. Couple PC that the pups have got sunburn. I'll be using for stock. Another PC for stock. Here we got a New Zealand blue Pacanoy that's just rooting. Fool's Breath, Bridgesy just rooting. Malos, Juarez and Enzi. Sacred Succulent, Scopulicola. This is really cool. This is a Juano Coenses times Kimnatch, again from Cal Cactus. This is a really cool plant. Fatty pup. Excited to see how that grows out this year. This is a Kenny Pacanoy. Again, we'll be going. A lot of these will be going down to SoCal. This is a Juarez, wild collected, the actual clone, not an open pollinated, collected by Jelly Bean outside of Juarez. Really cool Pacanoy. This is a Jim's 2-spine. This is a SAB number 2 Pacanoy. The whole plant, it's not a graft. SAB number 2. This is a grafted Maipu. And this has a little bit of damage from being rolled over, but it's a pretty cool plant. This is a Psycho times Tig times Len. Grafted onto a teeny PC again. This was about 1.5 inch little seedling last year, so it's gonna blow up this summer. Big old PC that I'll be getting stock off of. This is a Hutchinson 1597. So I have a lot of nice clones of, probably one of the best ones, Scopulicola Enoch. Very rare, really sought after. Went for sale on eBay, I bought it within the first minute. Luckily, I wouldn't have gotten it any other way. Enoch, like the Book of Enoch. This is a Arid Art Bridgesy. So I still have a lot of nice clones up here that I need to get down to SoCal. They just wouldn't fit in the car last year, especially something like this Len. This has to be down there with the Sharks and the Bart and that BBG. Yeah, all the blue boys. But stuff like this is gonna stay up here because the weather's better up here for it. Anyways, let's go inside. It's raining. I think I'm gonna cut this off here. Cut the string and let it fly, as my friend Splinter would say. Bite his style a little bit. Yeah, that's the collection. And here's one I'm sending out. One of those very Matacanas. One of the homeboys on Facebook is getting a sweet gift. Look at this. Whoo! This is tremendous. Sorry, I was having a hard time focus because of the rain. But this is just tremendous. Again, this is that same as the one I have the mother plant of. Very Matacana eBay. I'm the only one with it that I know of. Besides the people I've gifted it to. And yeah, this is another one. Getting gifted out to the homie Don. So I'm letting the roots dry. Wash the roots off with a hose rather than break it up with your hands to do less damage. Those will dry out within a day or two here. It's so dry. Oh, I forgot my biggest plant. If you're still watching, I appreciate it. And you are in for a treat. This one flowered last year. It is a Star Ayachuku. And it's about 5 feet tall, and it flowered 3 times last year. It has a flower forming right now. I did pollinate one of the flowers last year. You can see that fuzz. That should be a flower this year. This whole thing fell over and caused some damage, but it survived, and luckily didn't screw up the flower. But yeah, that's a dope plant. Just a big old Star Ayachuku. And I'll show you. So I pollinated it with Misplant Scope with a Scopulicola and got seeds. And ta-da! How sick is that? To see one of your cactus go from a flower to seedlings. First time ever growing seedlings. And it came from my own flower. So that's the Colorado setup. A lot of people were complaining the other one wasn't in landscape, so figured I would upload this one in landscape. It does look a lot better. Appreciate you watching. Please hit that subscribe, like button, and comment. Really want this to be a community. I'm gonna be doing giveaways and stuff. I have so many of these damn plants. Got to give some away, especially as the ones in California grow, which they do really fast. And yeah, brand new Seattle Mariners hat. Woo! Goes sick with my throwback Seahawk jersey. I don't wear it with a sticker, don't worry. I just haven't worn it yet. Yeah. Love you guys. Like I said, I want this to be a community, so like, subscribe, comment. I'll definitely shoot you a comment back. Much love. Have a great weekend.